Hello everyone and welcome back to another video of mine. This time I'm back with Not Me episode 4. Y'all, I can't do anything about the fact I'm hooked and I need to know what happens. From what I can tell, we still weren't capable to find out anything about Black, only that his situation got worse in the second episode, but after that we didn't find out anything else, so I would assume that his situation is stable. Then we have our little Sean that starts to become more and more worried about Black, and he is thinking about him so often that he even asked his friend Namo about his sudden change in character. As in, White takes up so much space in this man's mind that he can't stop thinking about him. Now we're switching to York. York is so obsessed that he actually went to Sean and he was like, I want this man to work with us. He doesn't seem to be part of Tawi's men, so why not ask him to help us? Even though the only thing they know about this man is that he's drawing, so... But we will see what this episode is gonna be like. I think from what I remember, Sean and White will be attacked. So let's see how they do. If you like this kind of content, make sure to subscribe. For the full uncut reaction, you can check out my Patreon. The link is in my description box below. And without further ado, let's start. He's crying. What happened? Oh, stop. Why is he crying? What happened? What the hell? Sorry, if the door was that barricaded, how did that small thing end up in there? What the hell? You got some insane training methods, sir. Why? He helped you. And Black doesn't? And not the kind asshole, apparently. He could have taken them out, but he wouldn't, right? Yeah.
จำคำพูดของกูได้ทุกคำเลย พูดเองอะจำไม่ได้เหี้ยดีเนาะ
I always love to see his shirts. Oof. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, for this gift this morning. What? Oh, is that him?
มาดูกูทำไมวะ
Said you also left a big impression on me. Damn! What was that for? Sir, I did say that he was gonna become mad. Why did I know that he was gonna become mad? Because he cares. I have the feeling that he always had that kind of affection towards Black. I'm not gonna say it was love, but in my eyes, Sean cares about people. And as soon as he cares, like I said, I did the reference with Ray, but I just used the fact that as soon as you get the chance to love, you love with everything you've got. In this particular circumstances, it's as soon as he cares, he is willing to do everything for that person because of the love he feels for them. So, because of the fact that they have been working together for a long time, they have been planning, they have been scheming together, they were just always around each other, they kind of got used to each other's presence. And because of the fact that Sean is a person that truly cares, he started to care about Black. And he tried to mask the fact that he cares about someone that never even considered taking care of him or protecting him from any damage with anger. And that turned into resentment that he has now. Considering the fact that he still doesn't know that this is White, he sees this as Black playing him again and again because of the fact that maybe this is what Sean is thinking. This man knows that I care, and he knows that the more nice he acts, the more I'm willing to let my guard down and the easier it is for him to hurt me. I did say in episode 2 that they have a very negative view of Black in general. They don't think that this man has any humanity left in him. And considering about the analysis that I did while White had that mental breakdown, it could make sense because of the fact that he didn't have his anchor anymore. He stopped caring about other people, and he said, as long as I get what I want, I don't care who suffers the consequences. He said that Sean was too slow, and that's why he got caught, and that's why he needed to deal with the consequences that would follow. Now, considering the fact that White isn't like Black, and White is more connected to his humanity, he's more sensitive, more caring, he was the one that said, I'm gonna help him because I'm not leaving anyone behind. I care that much about people. And that caring side is what is making Sean worry about Black, or let's call it worry about White. Because Sean in general cares a lot, but because of how Black has been acting around him, never showing that he cares about Sean, Sean was like, I will try to shrink down the care I have for him, and I will try to mask the care with anger. So that way, at least that's how we humans think. If we keep on telling ourselves that we hate that person, hopefully sooner or later we will actually think that. But considering the fact that Sean was that easily convinced about Black's change, shows that he never was capable to convince himself that he hates him because of the fact that he cares so much about people. So seeing the fact that Black is behaving so differently, more caring, more connected with his humanity, is what's making Sean really curious. He's allowing Black to get under his skin. And that's something that he can't stand. He's trying to prevent himself from suffering again, because we did see in the backflash when we got to know about the fact that Sean got suspended because of Black, because he could have helped him, but he didn't. He still held that resentment. That means that he truly cared about Black in general. So, after that incident, we could see that he was hurt when he saw that Black left. He was like, this man abandoned me. And maybe that's something in general that Sean is struggling with. He has abandonment issues. And that's why it's also very difficult for him to trust anyone. We did see what his answer was when Yoke was like, I want him to work with us. He was like, fine, but don't look for trouble. So this man also has like those trust issues. And maybe that's because of something horrible that happened in his past that made him not be capable to trust anyone easily. Or maybe it was also because of the people he surrounded himself with. When you truly love someone and that person really lets you down, it can actually affect the way you view people in the present. And maybe he's just cared so much about Black, just as much as he cares about everyone in that garage, that when Black was willing to let this man even go to jail, it changed him for the worse. So now he is not very reluctant to let Black in. So he wants to feel him out. That's why he kept on asking. And the fact that he knew every single word that Black said back then was because of the fact that he cared so much. So those words and the fact that he actually left him there to fend for himself truly hurt him to this day. He wasn't capable to process what had happened back then, and he just held that resentment and that pain inside of him. That's why he can't stand Black, but not because he truly hates him, but because of the fact that this man was never really into teamwork. He's like every man for himself. He makes part of a gang. He formed this gang, but it's like every man for himself. You wanted to be part of this? Fine, but I'm not taking any precautions for you. If you get caught, you stand right for what you did. So the fact that White tries to maintain the facade of who Black is with all of these friends, he had to say exactly that, and that made Sean feel the pain again, like the pain that he suffered that night when Black left him to fend for himself. Like that was another stab in the heart for Sean. And that's why he shows his pain and suffering through rage. What is this man doing right now? He's literally pushing the door down to him, just like that small can. That's how he shows the fact that he's hurt. He just doesn't want to cry in front of him because he feels like that was embarrassing enough for him because he thinks that it's black and not white. And that's why he's showing his sadness and despair, the fact that he's hurt by black's behavior, by white's behavior, through anger.
ไม่ชินการกดขี่จากพันธบัตรฉันต้องกัดฟันเพื่อประหยัดในขณะที่ชนชั้นปกครองยังกดขี่ฉันมีเสียงแต่ฉันไม่มีสิทธิ์
Stop. What is this show doing to me? What is this show doing to my health? That sentence right there actually hurt me. It was the fact we have a voice, but we hold no right. Damn. And how right that is. It's the fact that the show hasn't been canceled, y'all. Because of the fact that they are tackling such serious issues, and it's actually them criticizing the government, the system in general, that I'm actually surprised that the show hasn't been canceled yet, because we know that there are a lot of countries, I don't know which one, but I think in Japan, a journalist was arrested and put in prison for announcing her opinion. And this is the exact same thing here. There are a lot of countries or governments that don't allow any slander towards them. So they either track the people down and make them answer for the fact that they just said their opinion, or they delete everything that this person has posted before it goes viral. And the fact that this is actually such a serious topic that they're tackling here, they're not only tackling social criticism, they're also tackling human rights, as in the fact we all have an opinion, but in school, we only get taught how to keep in mind like normal knowledge. We get taught a little bit of English, we get taught a little bit of history, a little bit of geography, math, science, so that we can kind of like find the direction that we want to take as soon as we are older. But the only thing that they don't teach is how to announce your real opinion. Like that you are proud of yourself and about what you believe in, and that you are capable to really talk about what you truly think without having the feeling that what you're saying could get you in serious trouble. Like, we all have an opinion, so in my eyes, we all should have the right to say something. If we see something as wrong, I think we have the right to say that we feel that this is wrong. So that's why a lot of people have problems when they get out of school, because they only learn like that basic stuff that is supposed to help them know which direction they would want to take as in their career path, but they have no idea about who they truly are. They don't really get the chance to unfold who they truly are as people. They don't get the chance to develop their own opinions, because everyone keeps on telling them that their opinion doesn't matter. And we are literally seeing it right here. We have a voice, so technically we should also be capable to use our voice. And the problem with the system is, as in general, you have to be scared to announce your opinion when it comes to politics or etc. They say you can only announce your opinion when you're being respectful. But by harming human rights and disregarding human rights as the government that is supposed to take care and protect its citizens, you don't really seem to have that respect for your citizens. If you're capable to violate their human rights and ignore it, if we see what White's father told him, he can't say the truth. Why not? I'm tackling real problems. I'm tackling the real issue. And if you can't really tackle the root of the problem, then you will always have to deal with that problem, because the root is still there. So sooner or later, a new problem will arise from that specific problem area. And that's problematic. The fact that they are tackling this is insane. Like, I need to put the heads up. How come I never watched the show, y'all? How is it possible that I never watched the show? But what I want to tell you all, which is something that I can, or something that I want to give you out to you, we all are human beings. We all have an opinion, and we all have the right to say if we believe that something is wrong. So don't be scared to ounce your opinion. Of course, we don't have to insult anyone, but my opinion is and remains my opinion. You can't change that. So, if I believe that something is wrong, I'm gonna tell you that it's wrong. And that's the kind of thing that I want to give out to all of you. Be confident enough in yourself that you are capable to say what's on your mind without caring what anyone else's opinion is, because they expect you to listen to their opinion without judging them, so they have no right to judge you when you open your mouth and say that what they are doing is trash. You have all the right to ounce your opinion. You have all the right to stand up for what you believe in and for what you think is right. If they have a problem with that, then I'm sorry, you don't have anything to worry about, because they expect you to listen to their opinion and they expect you to sympathize with what they have been through in the past, and they expect you to respect and treat their problem as important. And when you ounce your worries and the fact that you aren't happy and you criticize something that someone else doesn't want you to tackle, they feel offended. That's not your problem. You have the right to say what's on your mind. You have the right to develop your own opinion. This is a fundamental human right. You have the right to have an opinion, and you have a right to say that opinion out loud. That's what I'm doing the entire time. You have the right, and you shouldn't feel scared to say what's on your mind.
ทุกสิ่งเป็นทุกอย่างนอกจากคนยี่สักคือยี่สีคนก็ยังเป็นคนแม้ว่ากดหัวให้ลงต่ำให้เหยียบย่ำแต่ว่าเพราะว่าฉันกลัวฉันจึงลุกขึ้น
Wow. They said we're oppressed, so I raised the question, why am I?
มึงนัดเขาเดี๋ยวนี้เลยนะ
ไม่เอาอ่ะ
He's literally looking for a number, sir. Stupid.
แฟนพี่หรอกแค่ไม่อยากให้เขาดูไม่ดีเฉยๆอ่ะ
I get what Todd is saying, okay? I get what he means. He's like, if necessary, if she's close to him, then maybe she knows something more. Maybe he told her something. Maybe she knows if he acted shady. And maybe because he knew if he goes after Tawi on a solo mission that he might not be capable to come back. So it could be worth it to call her, to meet up with her and find out if she knows something. But don't play with her. If she truly was Black's girlfriend, and she still seems to be affectionated with him, that means that they actually were close. So if she really is in love with Black, and yes, they are so much alike that she wouldn't be capable to tell the difference, but White knows that he's not Black. And it would be like, in a certain sense, taking advantage of her because she doesn't know that Black has a twin, apparently, because it seems to me that Black didn't want anyone involved in his personal life. Because the second that he's like, don't butt in or keep your nose out of my business, they're all like, okay, I won't butt in. As in, that is his usual response. So they don't know anything about his private life. They apparently only know that this man has a judge as a mother. So they don't know anything about this man's personal life. So that also means that he tried to keep, in a certain sense, White out of it. So no one knows that Black has a twin brother. So if this man should meet up with her and she would want to go further, then that would be him taking advantage of her because he knows that she's not him. And if she should find out that this was White and not Black, then she would feel very silly. No, we're not.
ที่ความเป็นจริงทางประวัติศาสตร์เป็นตรงกันข้ามกับที่กล่าวมานักศึกษาครับ
รถบรรทุกของบริษัททวีเมื่อปี 61 เคสนั้นทวีรอดจากคดียาเสพติด โดยอ้างว่าไม่มีส่วนเกี่ยวข้อง
ต้นงานแล้วนะเว้ย แล้วทำไมอยู่ๆมันถึงพูดเรื่องนี้ขึ้นมา
I have the feeling that there's something more to it because this man literally he is very connected to his emotions. I did analyze him, but the fact that in general any human being keeps on mentioning something means that they truly held resentment for that. The fact that Sean mentioned the fact that Black literally left him to fend for himself back then when they attacked Tawi was still on his mind. So this man also has a very good memory because of all the horrible things that this man had to endure. So him specifically to mention a case that has been closed for such a long time doesn't seem to be out of the ordinary. I feel like he feels personally connected to that case. Maybe something happened to him or to someone that he loved, which is why this man feels so much resentment and hate towards him, because you can't stand someone that's normal. Like, we can't love anyone and we can't expect everyone to love us, but hating someone and truly holding resentment to someone that you're capable to destroy everything this man worked for just in order to see this man go down, in my eyes, has a personal agenda behind it. The fact that Sean, literally, he is very restricted. He only talks when he feels that it's necessary. And mostly it's always just to shade on someone. Yes, he's very restricted, but he also seems to carry a lot of rage and pain inside of him. So the fact that he specifically mentioned that and not something that they literally did a few days ago, like the media brushed it under the rug. And apparently we saw it in the first episode that Tawi bought the land where a lot of villagers were standing on, and he literally made them leave their hometown just because he was the one holding the papers that allowed him the right to do with that land what he wanted, ignoring what the people that were living on that ground would have to suffer because of the fact that this man bought their ground in order to build what he wanted. Why didn't he mention that? Or the fact that they literally were responsible to one of his houses burning down and the media literally did not care about it. And that's part of impunity. Like, the fact that this man is so above the law that no matter what this man happens, nothing can touch him. And the fact that something that was literally burned down in the middle of the forest wasn't even mentioned is already suspicious to me. This man specifically mentioned something that in Graham's eyes was such a long time ago, and he's connecting it with the hate. He's connecting the fact that Sean mentioned that incident from 2018 as the fact that this man hates him and that's why everything is worth mentioning. But why did he specifically mention that? This man also is asking himself, someone as restricted as him, why was he the first one to speak up? First off, if I'm so frustrated, so filled with hatred and resentment for someone, the first chance I get to speak about that person and to vent my anger, I do that. So that's not the thing that is making me question Sean right now, but the fact that he specifically mentioned such an old case. What is he personally connecting to that moment? I mean, they all seem to hate the fact that Tawi is above the law, and to be honest, me too. I can't stand the fact that he can do whatever he wants and he never gets punished for anything that this man does. As in, this man is literally untouchable. So I understand it, but Sean seems to be the one that truly despises this man. As in, literally, this seems to be personal. Like, you know, when a lot of police officers or investigators from sudden deaths come to you and they're like, yeah, you're not investigating this case because you're too personally involved in this. Like, you could actually end up screwing the entire case up or something. As in, you're too personally involved in this. We need you to sit this one out. This is the exact same situation that Sean is actually giving me. This man seems to feel personally connected to that case that happened back then, and that's why he can't stop to talk about this, even though this man only talked about this specific case once. But the fact that he specifically mentioned this and not something that happened like a year ago or 2 years ago, like, this man specifically mentioned this, which in their timeline was apparently so long ago that they're like, why would he specifically mention this one? What does he truly connect with that incident that happened with Tawi? Could that incident back then that he mentioned be the reason that this man hates Tawi so much?
แหม เดี๋ยวนี้มึงก็ลืมแฟนกระเทยมึงไปแล้วนี่ มัวแต่ไปแอลเด็กศิลปกรรมหรือเปล่าก็ไม่รู้
เด็กศิลปกรรมอะไรของมึงวะ
ช่วงนี้มึงขับไปไหนนักหนา
To his boyfriend.
คือร
To
ถได้
get
แล้ว
inspiration, right?
น้ำโมเคยวาดรูปให้มึงปะวะ
ไม่เคยอ่ะ
เป็นแฟนกันแต่ไม่เคยวาดรูปให้กันเลยเหรอ
I understand what he means. He was like, me as a painter, I get inspiration from my muse. Okay? Like, that's common knowledge. Whether it's being an author, being a painter, you get your inspiration from your muse. Someone that you feel an emotional attachment to. Someone that makes you feel in a certain sense happy. Okay? In my eyes, it's either your anchor or someone you're in love with as just someone that you feel so many emotions for. Someone that you feel so emotionally attached to that this person is everything you're thinking about. Just thinking about that person makes you happy. And that's how you're capable to get your inspiration. In his case, to draw. In my case, it would have been to write. And the fact that he asked, did she ever draw for you? Because Namo is someone that paints. She does graffiti. So he was like, did she ever draw for you? And he was like, no, for me specifically. Why? He drew. He drew for someone. He drew that man. So the fact that he asked if she ever painted for him was because apparently, I don't see it, but he was like, yeah, you two are in a relationship, but she never drew for you. So maybe they're hinting in the story at this. Maybe there is something going on that we don't know about. But Yok over here drew that man without actually knowing why. He was supposed to use his inspiration as in connect with the person he feels an emotional attachment to and let his emotions, as in they used like that nude model, connect with the model in front of you and bring your painting to life. This man let his mind wander off and he literally allowed his muse to guide what he draws. And what did he drew? He drew that man. Why? Because this man is his muse. He couldn't draw the nude model in front of him. He drew his muse, the thing that truly gives him inspiration. And that was that man. So, him asking if Namu ever drew him was because he was like, you two are that close. Every painter has his inspiration. So, maybe in Yok's eyes, Sean is Namu's muse. So he was like, did she ever draw for you? And he was like, no. Why? Because I drew him. So that means that I don't only see him as a muse. I see him as something more.
มันก็เกี่ยวกับกูทุกเรื่องแหละ
Oh, how is that connected to you? Damn!
มันโดนกู มึงเห็นปะเนี่ย
เห็น
Play with fire.
มึงจะได้รู้
You
ไง
get burned.
ว่าเล่นกับไฟอ่ะ มันเป็นยังไง
Sir. So this case actually has sentimental value for him.
กูอยากปฏิรูประบบยุติธรรมว่ะทำเรื่องสิทธิและสวัสดิการคนพิการ
Period.
ผมอยากทำลายธุรกิจทุกอย่างไว้ทวี
I really want him to be capable to address people with disabilities.
มึงแม่ง
อะไรวะ คราวที่แล้วก็มึง
I'm that
มึงจะบอก
lucky.
กูได้อย่างมึงเนี่ยนะ จะให้กูมานำมึง
กูพูดเหรอ
Who said I will let you
ว่าจะให้มึงน
ทำไมอ่ะก็เราคิดถึงเธอนี่
Okay. Okay.
แท้ๆก็ไม่บอกเหตุผลเราสักคำแล้วตอนนี้มาบอกว่าอยากเจอเราเนี่ยนะ
Oh god. Okay. The way she said it. It's the way she said it for me. She was like, you first pushed me away without any explanation. And the last time she saw Black was when he went after Tawi's men. So they tracked him down and they hurt him. So maybe he literally did stick his nose where it didn't belong, or he tried Tawi too much. So Tawi was like, yeah, no, I'm coming after him. And because Black seems to be pretty strategic, he said he's a control freak. So maybe Black could feel that something was gonna come his way. So he pushed her away so that she wouldn't get personally involved in this, so that she wouldn't suffer. As in a sort of sense, he tried to protect her the way he thought it was right. But at the end of the day, she is literally still suffering the consequences of the fact that he literally pushed her away. But you only push someone away when you truly care about them and you don't want them to suffer because of something that you did in your past or because of your past following you around. So maybe he tried to protect her by pushing her away, and White doesn't know that, and he literally kind of dragged her back into the mess. His girlfriend is sulking.
ถึงแล้วอ่ะ
คิดถึง
Oh my god. Oh no! Sir, what are you doing? Sir! I don't like the fact that he's kind of taken advantage of her by doing that. Girl, who keeps on blowing up your phone? Sir, he's actually trying to get her drunk. I don't think this is okay.
เรากลัวมากๆเลยว่าแบ็คจะไม่อยากเจอเราอีก
Oh my god. Wakes up. Oh god.
จะบอกว่าอะไรคะน่ารักมากเลย
She literally loves your brother, sir. Literally. Don't play her like that. What? Graham, you little traitor. No. No. Don't tell me that Graham... I mean, we did hear in this episode that his ex-girlfriend said that this man has a crush on someone from the arts department. Maybe she makes part of the arts department. Did Graham have a crush on Black's girlfriend, so he tried to get rid of him so that he could have a shot with Eugene? Don't tell me that this cutie has been such a piece of shit. No. He started already in Only Friends. Don't. Yes, it is. I'm sorry. I'm just so hooked on Yoke and that guy. I need them to have that moment. They didn't really have a moment this episode. I need them. I need them right now. Oh my god. Okay. This was this episode. Please don't tell me that this is true, that he was actually involved in Black getting hurt. I don't think it is, because that would actually mean that he needed to act all suspicious. But in my eyes, the entire group doesn't seem to be that surprised that this man survived. So I don't understand why Todd would think that one of them was responsible for it. They would have needed to address it somehow, or they would have needed to put him in a dark corner, drag him off in the empty classroom and then threaten him again, as in, I don't know how you survived, I don't know how you did it, but don't think that I'm gonna go easy on you. Don't worry, I will get you. Wouldn't they have needed to show something like this? But they're not. So I don't think that one of these friends was responsible for him being put in the hospital. The only person that truly knows that this man got attacked was Todd. And this man truly seems to keep on a close watch on Black. A second after White felt the fact that Black's situation became worse, he got a call from Todd saying that his situation got worse. So this man must keep a very, very, very close eye on Black. Why? Maybe because he wants to know if this man's situation could become better so that he could finish the job or something. You know what I mean? Maybe it's Todd. He's the only one that knows something, and he's the only one that thought about calling Black. Maybe Todd wants some intel information so that he could take down not only Black, but the entire thing they're doing. Maybe he's even in cahoots with Tawi. I hope you enjoyed this video with me. Tell me in the comments below what you think was best, and I will see you in another video. Bye!